Training camp has finally arrived in Foxborough, and you can feel the electricity buzzing through the air as the Patriots gather for the first padded sessions of this critical summer. After months of off-season work, the players are ready to lace up their cleats and dive into the grind under the watchful eye of Coach Vrabel and his staff. The story dominating every conversation around Gillette Stadium is the remarkable return of Stefon Diggs just 10 months ago. Diggs suffered a torn ACL at 30 years old, a devastating injury that threatened to derail his career, but today, the veteran wide receiver is back on the field, fully cleared to practice and already flashing that trademark combination of speed, precision route running, and sure hands. His teammates and coaches have marveled at his determination. Throughout rehab, Diggs attacked every workout like a rookie desperate to prove himself. And now he looks every bit the alpha receiver the Pats envisioned when they signed him this spring. Drake May, the young quarterback handed the reins of New England's offense, has spent the offseason forging connections throughout the locker room. Between the conclusion of organized team activities and the first day of camp, May carved out time for mini get-togethers with his receiving corps, tight ends, running backs, and offensive linemen. Veteran tight end Hunter Henry spoke just yesterday about how May organized informal sessions to work timing, share meals, and genuinely get to know everyone off the field. Henry stressed that these bonds, formed long before the first preseason snap, are the foundation for on-field chemistry. It is one thing to memorize play calls and footwork. It is another to trust the guy next to you so completely that you instinctively know where he will be, even when a play breaks down. As pads hit and whistles blow, that trust can turn good plays into explosive gains. And all evidence so far suggests that May is building the kind of culture Mike Vrabel demands. The offensive additions this spring have been eye-opening. Beyond Diggs, the front office addressed the receiving depth chart by drafting promising youngsters and adding experienced veterans who can stretch the field or operate in the slot. On the offensive line, the unit returns its proven core but also gained valuable competition in training camp. Name after name and name after name have already shown in practice that they can hold their own at guard and tackle, pushing incumbents and forcing coaches to evaluate every rep closely. May himself has been meticulous in film study, spending hours poring over defensive schemes and tendencies. Reports from the early workouts paint a picture of a quarterback who is calm in the pocket, decisive with the football, and willing to take responsibility if a play breaks down. In an offense orchestrated by Josh McDaniels, where timing and precision matter as much as raw talent, May's dedication to the mental side of the game could be the X factor that propels this team into playoff contention. Defensively, the spotlight has already shifted to the edge rushers and secondary. The Patriots made waves this offseason chasing top pass rush talent. And while negotiations with Trey Hendrickson remain ongoing, the coaching staff is determined to extract maximum effort from the players they have. Veterans like Harold Landry and Keon White have been tasked with setting the tone, while younger players on rookie deals have flashed relentless pursuit angles and developing pass rush counters. In the secondary, Christian Gonzalez and Marcus Jones continue to hone the ballhawk instincts that made them celebrated draft picks, while the safety group features a mix of seasoned pros and eager newcomers fighting for that critical fifth spot. Every practice rep feels like an audition, and players understand that a couple of standout days in pads can abruptly shift depth charts. Special teams is another chess match every summer. The kicking game returns its stalwarts, yet coaches emphasize that no spot is safe. A single missed field goal or shanked punt in preseason action can lead to heated competition and roster upheaval. Long snapper and punter alike have already logged hundreds of repetitions, striving for perfect timing and consistency. Meanwhile, the coverage units have tightened up discipline, minimizing lane shooting blunders and focusing on downfield angles. It might not grab headlines, but those details often shape the difference between a win and a loss in tight games. As the week unfolds, eyes will remain fixed on the practice fields. Analysts and fans will scrutinize every third and short package, every red zone drill, and every turnover avoidance script. Yet beyond the X's and O's, what matters most is the collective buy-in. Vrabel's message has been clear. This team's identity is forged in training camp. If the Patriots can cultivate that insatiable work ethic, that relentless competitive fire, and the mutual trust May has labored to instill, the roster they unveiled on paper will come alive on Sundays. Of course, the first test looms in early September when the Raiders invade Foxborough under the bright lights of a primetime kickoff. But before then, every snap, every whistle, Every drop of sweat in Gillette's heat will etch the blueprint for a season that aims far higher than mere respectability. The 2025 Patriots are on the field at last, and from the cleats digging into the turf to the pads thudding in the huddle, the journey toward contention has officially begun. As the pads come off and the whistles quiet for the day, one of the most fascinating storylines revolves around the quarterback room. With Drake May firmly established as the starter, the battle behind him shapes up as a contest of poise and potential. Joshua Dobbs brings veteran savvy and his trademark ability to extend plays with his legs, a quality that could earn him snaps if May ever needs a breather or in mop-up duty. Meanwhile, Bailey Woolridge arrives with a reputation as a fierce competitor, someone who spins the ball with zip and shows flashes of improvisational magic. Coaches have already begun to whisper that if Woolridge can eliminate the occasional overthrow and tighten his footwork, he might force his way into consideration for the practice squad or even sneak onto the game day roster in an emergency. It is a delicate dance, because each quarterback must learn the nuances of the McDaniels playbook while also commanding the huddle and between the film sessions and 7-on-7 drills. Every misstep and every highlight throws fuel onto the evaluator's fire. Moving into the backfield, the running back group offers a mix of power, quickness, and special teams versatility. Ramondre Stevenson, fresh off a productive campaign, has looked more explosive than ever, exploding through gaps with a compact burst that belies his sturdy frame. Tavon Henderson, blessed with ankle-breaking cuts and a smooth downhill style, complements Stevenson beautifully in two back sets designed to wear down linebackers. Yet Antonio Gibson, whose resume includes time as a workhorse back in another uniform, is determined to reclaim that role here, constantly reminding coaches of his natural vision and his willingness to contribute on special teams coverage units. Brock Lampy, an unexpected candidate for the final roster, has laid claim to a spot not simply by his bruising lead block prowess, but through his willingness to line up as a jumbo package fullback in short yardage scenarios. Lampy's leg drive after contact and uncanny feel for timing have led to whispers that he might even sneak onto the field as a third tight end on goal line snaps, giving the Patriots yet another wrinkle on offense. Speaking of tight ends, Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper project as the safety blanket for May in the intermediate passing game. Henry's savvy route adjustments and wrestling match strength have already shown up in early drills, as he repeatedly slants past linebackers and plucks contested throws out of the air. Hooper, ever the consummate professional, has sharpened his blocking assignments to the point where he looks downright willing to throw his body into defensive ends one play and then work the seam the next. Behind them, Gene Bell and C.J. Dupre have embraced the underdog role, fighting every rep like their NFL careers depend on it. Their willingness to stay late after practice, hand-fighting against the linebackers and grinding through drop drills could be the difference between landing on the practice squad and fading into free agency. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL world is buzzing with one of the most tantalizing rumors of the offseason. Could superstar linebacker T.J. Watt be headed to the New England Patriots? According to exclusive whispers from inside sources, Watt is reportedly leaning toward a massive 3-year contract with the Patriots, a deal rumored to be worth over $1 billion. While nothing has been officially announced, the mere suggestion of such a blockbuster move has sent shockwaves through the league and ignited fervent speculation among fans and analysts alike. T.J. Watt, widely regarded as one of the most dominant defensive players in recent years, has consistently showcased his ability to disrupt defenses with unparalleled intensity and skill. His relentless pursuit of quarterbacks and knack for game-changing plays have made him a cornerstone of any defensive lineup. The possibility of Watt joining the Patriots, a franchise renowned for its storied history and recent resurgence under head coach Bill Belichick, could mark a seismic shift in the NFL landscape. For years, the Patriots have been known for their strategic signings and masterful roster building, often acquiring key pieces that fit their disciplined, methodical style of play. Watt's arrival would instantly elevate their defense, adding a game-breaking presence on the field that opponents would have to scheme around. A 3-year deal of this magnitude, whispered to be in the ballpark of $1 billion, signals not only New England's desire to compete at the highest level, but also a willingness to invest heavily in a proven superstar. The potential contract's length and value are significant talking points in themselves. If true, This deal would redefine the market for defensive players and reshape expectations for superstar compensation. Across the league, it would also put immense pressure on rival teams to respond with their own big-ticket signings. For Watt, such a contract would affirm his elite status while offering security and a fresh challenge in a new environment. Of course, this is still very much in the realm of speculation. Negotiations of this scale are complex and often subject to change. Sources caution that while talks are reportedly advanced, nothing is finalized. Watt's decision will likely hinge on multiple factors: team culture, championship aspiration, financial terms, and his long-term career goals. If this rumor materializes, it could mark the beginning of a new era for the Patriots defense and create a domino effect throughout the league. Fans are eagerly awaiting more concrete information as this story develops, but for now, the mere possibility of T.J. Watt donning the Patriots' iconic blue and white jersey is enough to spark wild excitement and debate. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this developing saga that could become one of the biggest NFL stories in recent memory. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.